An optional part of the Puzzle Cube project is to create a package for your project. And if we look at that assignment, it's going to take a second to open. Okay. If we look at that assignment, this has you designing this by hand. It talks about brainstorming different ways that you could build a package. You could have a package with a handle on it. That would be a little more complex. I kind of like this design, where here's a design that has different tabs that flip down, or you could have a box with a separate lid. So of course I don't want this to be an art project, but to design and build it, it actually could all be done entirely in Inventor. Let me look at basically it's just a net, and if you wanted your lid to fold over, more like this one, you would have to design that and figure that out, but it definitely could be done. Here I just went with a very simple design. If you want to get one of the more complex types, I think any of those would still work. It's just you're going to have to figure out where you're going to put those tabs. So it would help to draw a sketch of that in your notebook before you figure out what you're going to do. I'll go ahead and close that at this point. What I can tell you is what we can print out through our color printer is we can feed 10,000ths of an inch cardstock, which is thicker paper. And I know that your puzzle cube, you can't make it, even though it's 2 1/4 inches, you can't make it exactly 2 1/4 inches. There's no tolerance for the block in the cube, the puzzle cube, to fit in the box. So what I can tell you from past experience, and you probably should get out a dial caliper and measure your assembled cube of your prototype, is that depending upon your block, you want to be somewhere between 2.30 inches plus or minus about 25,000ths. So somewhere between 2.275 and 2.325. Somewhere in that range will make this an appropriate size for your squares. And then you got to figure out where you're going to put your tabs and so on. So that's what I can tell you. And you actually build this part entirely in Inventor. Okay, and then getting the color on it and pictures, I'll do some other videos that show you how to do that. Okay, of course, so here's my part file. Notice I'm in a part file, and all I really did, if you look at it, I just did a extrusion of my cross shape, my T shape, and then I figured out where I wanted to put my tabs and how big to make them, and I added those on as well. Okay, so that's the way you want to start, and then you're going to want to go from there with some additional steps.